Let's do it. We're going to do a little one today on emotional mastery. My mentor Dimartini talks about the A, B, C, D, E's and F's of negativity. They are the negative feedback responses that sometimes arise when you have an expectation that violates the laws of the universe. Let me explain. These, by the way, are the emotional feedback responses. If you are feeling angry, aggressive, betrayed, blameful, criticized, challenged, depressed, despondent, if you feel like doing an exit and escape, if you're frustrated or fuming, these responses in your psychology and physiology are like service lights coming up on your dashboard. It's saying there's something amiss with the vehicle, do some investigation. If your brake light comes on in the car saying you need to check the brakes out, there's something fucking going on here, but you turn a blind eye, you don't want to face the music, you don't want to deal with it, what'll happen? Probably the brakes will end up failing and you'll have a big crash. When you have these, don't judge them, they're helpful, they're service lights. So far from what I've seen in myself and in others, I've never seen any of these emotions come up without one or more of 8 specific fantasies and delusions. Here they are. Might want to take a screenshot. God, self, others and objects. Balance and purpose, balance and purpose, balance and purpose, balance and purpose. Let me explain. Let's first address balance. Real quick, you've seen this 100 times. This is the soul, this is the senses, this is divine order, this is human disorder. Down in the physical plane, we have polarity, positive and negative. Think of this contraption as the pendulum of mind. If we swing out to the right, we have positivity, we judge things positively. If we swing out to the left, we judge things negatively. This is bad, this is good. Up here is truth and actuality. This is the way things are. Down here is illusion caused by perceptual reality. This is how we perceive things. In actuality, everything is balanced and neutral. In our perceptual reality, we project our values and ideals and fantasies onto the universe, and then we judge things when they don't meet our expectation. If you have a negative conscious awareness on some particular thing, what you may not realize is that you also have an unconscious awareness of the same thing to the same degree that's also positive. Everything that you label negative, there's a positive to it buried in your unconscious. The degree to which you sway positive or negative away from the balance of truth will be the degree to which your emotions flare up. Big negativity, big positivity creates emotion. The more emotional you are, the less mastery you have, the less truth you're living in. You're not living in divine order, you're living in the animal mind in perceptual reality based on judgment. Let me give you an example. Growing up, mum and dad weren't proud of me. Nothing that I ever did stacked up to what their expectations were. Okay, so what's the benefit of that? Well, I guess it pushed me to succeed. It made me become an achiever. It made me more independent. I did this and that and the other, and I became successful. Haven't you ever met the parents who do the opposite of that? Haven't you met the parents who are so proud of their kids, whatever the fuck they do? They go and rob a bank, they'll be proud of their son. They'll go and come last in a race, they'll be proud. Have you ever stopped to consider the repercussions of having a parent like that? Someone who really doesn't push you? It's beneficial to have a parent that has high expectations of you. Or more accurately, there are benefits and drawbacks. There's both. Benefits and drawbacks to having a parent that pushes you. And if you pull out of your unconscious awareness all of these benefits, you can narrow your emotional judgment toward truth. And when you do that, you'll start to master your life. You will transcend these emotional reactions. Nothing in the universe is objectively bad or objectively good. Everything is neutral and balanced until you judge it with a limited awareness. In modern psychology, they call this memory and anti-memory. The less awareness you have, the more stuff you have buried in your unconscious mind, meaning the more polarized in judgment you'll be, the more emotional you'll be, the less mastery you'll have over your life. Remember what Epictetus said, the Greek philosopher. Men are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. Their perceptual reality. Purpose. Let's talk about purpose real quick. Every living organism has a purpose. From the single-celled organism up to human beings, we have a purpose. You might refer to it as values, you might refer to it as purpose, you might refer to it as soul-guided desires. Whatever your highest values are, your life will demonstrate that and you'll be dedicated to it. Your purpose is different from your brother's purpose, different from your sister's purpose, different from your mothers and fathers and girlfriends and boyfriends and grandparents. You have a unique purpose to them. It's a function of evolution to have differing value structures within the family dynamic. You're designed to have different values to your brother, sister, mother, father. That gives you guys the best chance of survival. If someone in your family is dedicated to raising the family, setting up the family, looking after the house, cleaning the house, providing the homely environment, someone else will be dedicated to growing business and making money. If someone in your family, usually parents, if they don't travel a lot, if they're homebodies, they will stay down, man the fort, while you will adopt the value to take up what they've repressed and you'll be a traveler. There will always be a blend. There'll be a balanced blend that's part of the divine order. There'll be a blend across humanity. There'll be a blend in every country, in every culture, in every community, in every social group, in every family. If you're a cocky motherfucker and you think that your values are better than anyone else's, you'll go and project them on other people and you will become frustrated that they don't do what you want them to do. Or if you're a little bit subordinate, if you're the other way, and you have parents who are projecting their values and think that you should do what they want you to do, that can also shut you down, turn you off, and make you angry. So, now we've done the groundwork, let's get back to the 8 fantasies. God. By the way, this doesn't mean the guy in the sky who wants 10% of your income every Sunday. This just means universe, life, world. God balance. If you have a fantasy expectation that life, God, the world, the universe is going to be happy, positive, sunshine, rainbows, lollipops, and support, you will get these. God purpose. If you think that life, the world, the universe out there should get down on its knees and suck you off in your purpose, you will get these. Projecting your purpose on the universe, saying everyone should be like me. I'm a vegetarian, everyone should stop eating the meat. They project their own values, they will get themselves these. I use that example because I am a vegetarian, but I understand that a lot of vegetarians, there are a lot of crazy motherfuckers out there projecting their values, and they will become angry, aggressive. They're fucking angry vegans, right? Self-balance. If you have the fantasy expectation that you are always going to be one-sided, that you don't have both sides, you will get these. Self-purpose. If you have the fantasy expectation that you're going to live outside of your own purpose, you will get these. This is a common one. This was a situation where perhaps you were really drawn to do art or do music, but your parents are accountants and they want you to be an accountant and you go and subordinate to them. And you go to accounting school and you just think, what the fuck's going on? I'm not drawn to do this. I'm not inspired to get up in the morning and do accounting. I want to do music and art. You will get these. Others balance. If you have the fantasy expectation that someone else is not going to have both sides, your girlfriend's always going to be nice and caring and supportive, you will have these. Another very common one. Everyone thinks that people have to always be nice and supportive and calm and kind and caring. That's not the reality of the universe. You ever met someone who's nice all the time? Someone who gets disrespected, they get pushed around, they subordinate, and they're still nice about it? You can't respect them. They're soft. If you repress your dominating side to the outside world, you will express it to your inside world. You'll dominate yourself. You'll beat yourself up. You'll have anger and aggression toward yourself. If you want to master your life, you have to master the sides of yourself that you thought that you had to repress. You have to master your mean side. Sometimes you have to stand up for what you want. You have to push and shove a little. Others' purpose. Here's a common one. This one's in relationships a lot. This is the fantasy expectation that someone else will live in accordance to your purpose. My students have this one a lot. My girlfriend isn't inspired to make money and trade forex like me. It's driving me crazy. I can't talk to her about it. It'll give you anger. If she's not drawn to it, she's not drawn to it. It's not her purpose. By the way, if you're both dedicated to making money, who's doing the other shit? You need a balance. And inanimate objects balance. This is the fantasy illusion that there's going to be an inanimate object or a tool or something that you have that's always going to be fast and effective and work. And objects purpose. This is the fantasy expectation that some kind of object, usually a computer in my case, is dedicated to helping you fulfill your purpose. And when the inanimate object doesn't cooperate, it can induce anger and aggression. This is the one that affects me most, by the way. I smash keyboards all the time. And that's because I have a fantasy expectation that the computer is dedicated to helping me fulfill my purpose and helping me think faster than what I can think. If I'm faster than my computer and it lags me and it slows me down, I will step into pride state, project my values onto the computer and get angry that it's not living up to my expectations, and then I'll smash keyboard. Then because I'm in a pride state, I get humbled very quickly. Usually I'll hurt my fist or I'll injure my knuckles, and then I'll have to get into the car and go to the Apple shop, buy a new keyboard. They're $160, $180 now. I waste 2 hours of my time. It's about $2,500 it costs me to go and smash a keyboard. I get humbled. I do pride, then I get humbled. Universal order. So, in summary, emotional mastery isn't necessarily about ignoring emotion and becoming some kind of mute or a rock that never gets affected. That's an unrealistic expectation. We are human beings, we will do emotions. How you can start to master your emotions is to identify when you're doing an emotion. Take the time to find out specifically which emotion it is. Take the time to figure out exactly which one of the 8, sometimes more than one, is causing it. And then take the time to figure out exactly what is stored in your unconscious awareness in this very moment that's bringing about that emotion. And then stack up the benefits. if it's a negative emotion, or stack up the drawbacks if it's a positive emotion, a euphoria. Euphoria makes you stupid, by the way. It doesn't make you make smart decisions when you're euphoric. And as those unconscious awarenesses surface, which is what our emotions are trying to get you to do, you will pull into truth and objectivity. Then you can act with certainty and mastery and discipline. When you're poised and grounded and centered, you have mastery. When you're poisoned by emotions, you have folly. I will have a program on emotional mastery at lewismocker.com when I launch the site. If you haven't subscribed to launch notifications yet, here's the link. Go and sign up. It'll change your life. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Let me know if you got something from it. I think we went a little deep, not too deep. Let me know if you enjoyed it.